So I feel this is a pertinent video to get out there to the masses. And it's a video on my experience that I had with a tech company. A tech company that actually sells tech, one known as Best Buy. And this tech company that sells tech had a tech helper. And she came to help me find a SD card. Not STD, SD. Because I'm not in a clinic. Remember, I'm at Best Buy. Anyways, she doesn't come to me. I find her walking along the corridors of the Best Buy tech company warehouse, if you will, store, basically. But it is so cavernous and huge, it felt like a warehouse to me. Anyways, I ask her in no uncertain terms, do you have anything for my phone where I can store data that's kind of not my internal storage? Is there something like that I can get? She says, yeah, you mean an SD card? I'm like, sure, whatever, fine, I'll get an SD card. Does that mean I get to store things in it, in my phone? I mean, I didn't say it like that, but that's what I was thinking. So I said, yeah, sure. An SD card. Does that mean I can store things on my phone? Like I said, I reiterated it in my mind, and then I said that to her actually. I talked to her like that. So she took me along. She knew where to go. And you know what? It wasn't even a she, it was a he. He took me. He found it. But then they looked at my phone, they said, "Oh, your phone might not be capable of having an SD card." I said, "Excuse me? Not capable? Why not? What's wrong with my phone?" Well, seems like a natural, regular phone. Is my phone outcasted here? Is this some sort of bastardized phone? I wanted to know the answer. So he took me to a counter, and that's when she came into play. Sorry, I got my details wrong on the timeline there. She was the lady that he took me to, the tech from Best Buy, about this SD card kind of problem we're having here. And so he asked, can this fellow get an SD card in his phone? She tapped her finger on the desk. Well, let's have a look, she said. Sure enough, she knew what she's doing. She opened up my phone with a little thing, a little small hole in my phone somehow. And then she looked. There's a little tray in there. Oh yeah, you can get an SD card. Well, hey, I'm over the moon with joy. Here I can have an SD card, okay. And it wasn't a bad price, $29.99, $29.95, something like that, for 256 gigs or something like that, like 256 gigs. That's why I'm talking to you right now. I'm using my SD card that I bought at Best Buy. But the reason why I wanted to make this video was the conversation that ensued when I had the conversation with the lady about, well, how do I put my SD card into the phone? This is what this video is all about. So I said, because I had seen her do it a little bit. Like I wasn't watching her like a hawk. I didn't have my magnifying glass on. I wasn't had the binoculars going. I didn't have a big, telescope like the JWS, space telescope right on her, just looking at exactly what she was doing. I was seeing her from a distance because she had to go back to the little bit of a back counter there in her little space where she was helping customers. It wasn't the cash register, but just a little back counter. And I was watching her, And I seen, you know, she must have did something with the little tray there. It looked like a little circle she had opened up in my phone. So when she came back, before I bought the actual SD card, I wanted to know how would I put it in the phone. So I said to her, and this is the punchline here. This is the reason why I'm doing this video. I said to her, how do I get my SD card into my phone? Because I was thinking to myself, well, yeah, is there a special tool? I said, could I use a pin? And then she said to me, and this I will never forget for the rest of my life. She said, a pen? No, you can't use a pen. I still am flabbergasted that she would think I was that idiotic, that stupid, that ignorant to think I could squeeze a pen into my phone in order to get my SD card out or put my SD card in to get that tray. In my mind, I was thinking, good God, really? Am I having to deal with this now? A pen? No! I just calmly responded to her. I said, no, not a pen. I didn't say a pen. I said a pin. I didn't say pen. I said pin. Can I use a pin to get out my tray so I can put my SD card in to my phone? Can I use a pin? Not a pen! A pin! And she said, oh yeah, you can. She didn't even apologize for transposing that I would be that ignorant and stupid to say pen. She just said, yeah, you can use a pen. So I thanked her. I mean, you gotta forgive her. You know, she thought I said pen. She thought I said pen. I said pin. I didn't say pen. I said pin. But you forgive her. Forgive that kind of beyond the mind ignorance. Stupid idiot. I just forgive her. I still do. I am forgiving her right now. She said, you can go purchase that SD card, and I did. And I used a pin to get my tray out and put my SD card in. And that's my story. Thank you for listening.